Hi guys, this is Ms.Hong. Today is March 19th, Thursday. It's already Thursday, guys. How are you? I'm doing okay. So, guys, we will start with the warm-up. So look, number 1 and 2. So if you study for the past 2 days, then you're supposed to do it like right away, right? So look, you have -4 inside of the absolute value, so it will be 4 from here. Just take the opposite sign, and you don't have anything on the outside, so you can say, oh, my vertex is 4, 0. So look which one has 4, 0 at the vertex, right here. And you know, absolute value, this one passed through 4, 0, but absolute value function looks like a V shape. So my answer's H. And look at number 2. Same thing. I'm going to find my vertex. So I told you take the opposite sign from here, then you get -2. And bring it down. -3 here. So -2, -3, that's my vertex. So right here, number 3. Right? So last class, we learned about this one. Y equals absolute value of x minus h plus k. Then hk is the vertex of the absolute value function. And the number inside, when we talk about the translation, then the number inside, that's translating right or left. If you get negative number here, then that means to the right. If you have positive number here, then that means you go to the left. And like k, the number outside of the absolute value, which means k, if that's positive, then going up. If it is negative, then going down. Okay? So we did this one, guys. So you're supposed to know how to get the vertex from the function, and you should know how to do the sketch of the function. All right? So that was our review, and I'm going to move on to today's lesson. Ta-da! Today you will do reflection and stretch and compression. All right? So first, reflection. Guys, you know what's reflection? This is the reflection. I will show you this. Let me see which will be a good example. You know, reflection is like flipping it. I couldn't find anything good example for the reflection right now. So like, yeah, so you're looking at the mirror. So I'm going to draw. Alright? So you're looking at the mirror. Like this. This is the mirror. Alright? Then in the mirror you have you. Like this. Right? This is reflection. That is reflection. So if you have same thing over the line, that's the reflection. So, for example, if I have heart, right? Then your left and right side is symmetric. If you reflect that one over this line, then you get the right side. That's the same thing. So reflecting is that kind of thing. So if you fold it, you get the same shape. All right? So this is our parent function, y equals absolute value of x. And look, if you get this negative, what happened? The graph flipped. Like this. It flipped. So this negative sign, whenever you see negative in front of the absolute value, then you will think, oh, it opens down. That opens up. You know, positive, up. Negative, down. Opens up, opens down. So this negative decide the shape of the function. Alright? So look, when y is positive absolute value of x, normally you will not see anything. For example, y equals x minus 1, right? This kind of thing. You don't have anything over here in front of the absolute value, then that means positive, and the graph opens up. And if you have negative sign like this in front of the absolute value, then the graph is opens down. Okay, which means it's reflected over the x-axis. Okay, so here's your x-axis, and then when you get negative, you just flipped, right? That's my original function. Okay, so I will show you an example, not in here. Oh, oops. Give me 1 second. So this is the your homework paper. But look at this. Let me show you an example. So guys, look at number 13. You know how to get the vertex, right? And do you see this negative? So it has like something, right? Two transformations in here. So look, it's 4, 1. That's your vertex. Actually, you have 3 transformation. Move to the right 4, move down 1. That's negative, I'm sorry. It's 4, negative 1, right? Let me rewrite it. 4, negative 1. So 4 to the right, 1 down, and you need to decide your shape. Do you see this negative, right? So graph opens down. Boom, 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 like this. Graph opens down. All right, so negative doing these things. So look at this. Do you see negative? No, you don't have negative. Then what? The graph opens up. And your vertex, tell me, +2. So you do opposite sign, which is -2. And for the outside number, you just use exactly same thing. So -2, 2. Move to the left, 2. Move up 2. Or you can say, oh, my vertex is -2, 2. And you go to the point. And then, look at this. Positive. Opens up. Get it? So, the positive negative sign in front of the absolute value, they are deciding your absolute value. V shape opens up or down. Okay? So, let's go back to this one. Stretch or compression. So guys, what does stretch mean? It's getting bigger or longer, right? So stretch is like you're doing this. Make it stretch. And compression, so it's you're like squeezing it. So it gets smaller. All right, that's stretch and compression. So look at this. Your original function looks like that. And then you stretch it up and down. So graph gets taller. Or you can also say it graph gets narrower. Alright? And look at this one. My original graph after the value of x. That looks like this. But now you have 1/3. Right? Then what happened to your graph? It gets squeezed. Right? So you push it down, so graph looks like this. And we can also say it, graph gets wider, right? So this is stretch and compression, but if you cannot get the concept, you can just think about the slope. When you get a slope of 3, then you know that's 3 up, 1 to the right. Because you know the rise over run. 3 up, 1 to the right. So 3 up, 1 to the right. So obviously that's steeper than, oops, hold on. So that's steeper than your normal absolute value function like this. This is absolute value of x. That's 3 absolute value of x. So you can also think your number in front of the absolute value, that's your slope of the function. So look at this one. Then you see 1 over 3. Then you can think what? Oh, my slope is 1/3. 1 rise, then you need to go to the right 3 units. So think about it. 1 up, 3 to the right. Then graph slope is like that. But 1 up, 1 to the right. So if your slope is 1, then that's like this. You see it? So when it's 1/3, it gets wider. And you know, because we are doing absolute value function, whenever you complete one side, then the other side is just, you can make it same shape on the left side. Alright? So look, when y equals a absolute value of x, the graph is narrower than y equals absolute value of x because of the slope. This one slope 1, this one slope something bigger than 1, so it gets steeper, right? And you have graph on each side, right side and left side, so it gets steeper like that, right? And then when you get 1 over a absolute value of x, then the graph is wider than y equals absolute value of x. Told you this is just parent function when your slope is 1. And that one, if you get like 1 over 2, 1 over 3, then your slope gets like slower, so it gets wider like that. Okay, so guys, your part B video, you need to go to part 2 video.